They say it's a big rich town. Well, I just come from the poorest part. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. We are at episode 6. We moving throughout this season. This is episode 6, season 6 of Power, aka Big Rich Town. You know that's what I call it. Let's get right into it. Tonight's episode is entitled Inside Man, which that was a good movie. Y'all remember Inside Man with Denzel Washington, directed by Denzel Washington and Jodie Foster, directed by Spike Lee. Look at me getting sidetracked. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. But if y'all haven't seen that movie, check that out. That was a really good film. But right on back to this episode, which was titled Inside Man. Let me tell you, picks up right where we left off with old Tariq, who I can't stand, being kidnapped by Vincent because he playing with Vincent's pockets and playing with his product. So Vincent's like, I want $2 million. So he tells Tommy and Ghost, I want $2 million from y'all or Tariq. So they have to put their differences aside so that they can come up with this money, this $2 million in 24 hours to give to Vincent. If they don't, Tariq dies. Now, this is a very interesting thing because, you know, Tommy and Ghost have been at each other's throat this whole season trying to kill each other ever since Tommy killed Ghost's side piece, Angela, his side piece and true love, Angela. So, really funny scene between them where they felt like a couple where they're in the car and Ghost and Tommy are in the car and Ghost says something like, Tommy, what are we doing? I was like, wow, this sounds like me when me and my girl are in the car and we have a disagreement. They're like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It was just weird and funny at the same time. But anyway, Tommy lets him know, listen, when this is over with, we going to go back doing what we do. Which reminded me of, y'all remember that old Looney Tunes cartoon with... That Looney Tunes cartoon where the two, what was it? I think it was Wile E. Coyote, correct me if I'm wrong, and the dog, and they would always clock in, hey, how you doing? And then throughout that whole episode, they'd be fighting each other as he's trying to, you know, the coyote is trying to get away with stuff, and he's like, hey, how you doing? And him and the dog just steadily fighting, and they clock in the beginning, they greet each other, and then at the end, they go their separate way. That's what it kind of reminded me of, if y'all remember that, but... I'm rambling. Back to what I was saying. So they have to come together. So this was interesting. We see Tommy go to Jason and get more product than he normally does. And he says, listen, I got some customers. And then Tommy goes to his crew and he tells his crew, listen, I need y'all to help me sell all of this. And that was a really funny scene because Tommy's crew was like, this looks like a Amazon warehouse. And then he tells them that they got to push all this and sell it within 24 hours, and they can't get a cut. That sounds like free labor. So, you know, two of them was like, nah, we got to get our cut. I don't work for free. I don't work for free is basically what they were saying. But we all know there's some tension in that crew because the big guy, he's been clashing with them, and he was like, I'll do it. You know, because Tommy tells them, listen, Tariq is missing, and we gotta help. And they're like, wait a minute, Tariq, Ghost's son, the same Ghost that's trying to kill you? And I'm like, got a good point. So now y'all on the same team now? Very good point that they make. But there's tension within Tommy's crew because when dude says he'll do it, Tommy's like, fine. So now they're like, you know, we'll do it too. But it's like, you can see this, something's going to happen within that crew. But anyway, they get out in the street and push this product and sell this product. We see Ghost go to Councilman Tate and tell him that he needs $1 million. And Councilman Tate is like, Negro, what? Negro, please. That was funny too. He's like, I ain't giving you no $1 million. I ain't giving you no, you ain't asking for $20. You asking for $1 million. Now, this whole thing is crazy. But, of course, Ghost has something up his sleeves. He has a file. Aha! And he lets Tate know, listen, you're going to give me that $1 million, sir. If you don't, I will release this, and poof goes your whole campaign. So now Tate is like, you know what? You got me. You speaking my language. But you better put the money back before it goes noticed. You have to put that money back or you're going to just ruin this campaign. Put the money back. So now we see Ghost talking to Dre and pulling Dre into this to help him push this product. And he tells Dre, I can help you by getting to speak to someone about helping you with children's services and see if you can get your daughter back because I know Sax got you under heavy watch with this child. And so, I don't like Dre either. I'm like, when are we killing Dre? When are we killing Dre Riders? When is that happening? Please. I know there's rumors of a spinoff. I hope. Come on. I hope it's not him. He needs to go. I'm sick of him. He needs to go. But anyway, he's got Dre working with him, and Dre says, "Well, why do you trust me? How do you know I won't turn on you?" And he's like, "I don't trust you. That's why I have Alphonse to work with you." So he teams him up with Alphonse, and we see that these guys are all scrambling to get this money together. And like I said, they gotta get $2 million in 24 hours. I know some of y'all can't give me $5 in 24. Okay, maybe I'm going too far. Okay, some of y'all can't give me come up with $30 in 24 hours. So anyway, they gotta get this up. So this episode, it had that tension because it's like, can they get this money? What's going to happen? I love the scenes of them all pushing weight and moving things around, and that no good little boy Tariq. We're led to believe at first that he's kidnapped, but then we find out he's in cahoots with Vincent to get this $2 million because he's thinking that he's going to get a cut of this, that him and Vincent are business partners. But what he don't know is Vincent plans on killing him, Ghost, and Tommy. I'm like, this little boy gets on my nerve, y'all. This little boy, they should have whipped his ass a long time ago. This little boy gets on my nerves and he causes so many damn problems. Now he's missing. He's with Vincent. Everybody's scrambling. He's so sneaky, he has Vincent go to Tasha and tell Tasha about the situation. Of course, Ghost never told her, so now she's upset, and we see Vincent say, "You were right. Ghost didn't tell your mom that we had you." And he said, "I told you, I'm right about them." So Tariq is just setting everybody up, still thinking that, things are going to work lovely for him, and that he's going to... Because I'm like, what you going to do when you get this money? If you get this money from them, you think they're not going to notice that you have this large amount of money once you get set free? Like, this plan, Tariq, you're not thinking this through. But this little boy, he's Ghost's child. He's Ghost and Tasha's child. So he's got that, these are not good people. They're sneaky, they're liars, they can't be trusted. So he's got that in him. Meanwhile, the police are on everybody's neck. They're on Ghost's neck. They're on Tasha's neck. They want to talk to Tariq because they want to know, was he there at the penthouse when Proctor got killed, and what information he knows, because they noticed the back door was left unlocked, yada, yada, yada. Now, good scene. Really, really good scene, like I said. You see all of them. Oh, I'm skipping something. So then Tasha comes into the fold, and now she knows about the kidnapping, and now, she's been selling drugs out of her daycare, so we see her selling drugs and getting that money up there, all working together as a team, doing teamwork. We see her and Lakeisha get together, and who's hesitant because she says she don't want to be bothered with Ghost nor Tasha anymore, but she's a mother, but she decides to help out, and they're cleaning numbers and books, and Tasha is teaching her, showing her, correcting her on how to clean the books, and she's like, "You're not doing it like I told you to do it before. You're not doing how I taught you." And it goes to show that Lakeisha still needs Tasha, because even though she's trying to not do anything with them, she needs her because Tasha is about that life. Lakeisha, you're not really about that life. You're not into this criminal world. Get out while you can before it's too late. Get out. Run. But she's all wrapped up in it because she's in love with Tommy. So that's crazy. So now, I love that scene, that montage where they was collecting the, selling the drugs and getting the money up, and that crazy scene where you see Dre and Alphonse out there, and there's competition across the street, and then Dre just walks over and stabs the dude in broad daylight and keeps it moving, just knocking out the competition because they got to sell this product, they got to get this money up. Now, we see they get the money, and it's like, yay. And I'm saying to myself, this is too good to be true. Tommy and Ghost have the money, and they're like, okay. And they're going to go get it, give it to Vincent. Interrupted. Here comes Jason. Jason comes, takes half of the money. So now they don't have all the money. I'm like, damn, what's going to happen now? He takes half of the money. So as he takes half of the money, I'm like, you know what? What they going to do? They go to Vincent with just half of the money. There's a standoff. You see Tariq sitting in the chair tied up. And Vincent puts oranges in a bag. And I'm like, what is he about to do? What is this? And he beats Tariq with the bag of oranges in the torso, just steadily hitting him, hurting him. Now this scene, as a father, this scene got to me because I'm like, that was well acted because Ghost was pissed off and there was nothing he could do about it. His gun's drawn. He don't want his son to get killed or hurt. And Vincent is beating the hell out of him with that bag of oranges, those oranges in the sack, just steady hitting him in the torso, Then when he says, you got another 24 hours to get me the rest of my money. Then when they leave, you see Tariq, little punk self, up on the floor, little punk ass on the floor, talking about, that wasn't part of the plan. Now he knows. Yeah, it wasn't part of the plan. Vincent ain't on your team, fool. Vincent's gonna kill all y'all, including you. He's gonna kill all you. I think Vincent liked you at first, but then when he saw you was sneaky and what you tried to pull, I think you turned him off, Tariq, and that's why he gonna get rid of you too. So now how are they gonna get the money? Because they're running out of time. It's another funny scene. They find out, this Ghost is Tasha, it's Lakeisha, it's Tommy, and Lakeisha lets them know, Tasha, tell them about these drugs that you're selling out of the shop. So she's like, listen, I can get more product that way. They try to sell that. They get the product. It does not get them all of the money that they need. So they come up with another plan, and this plan is to, and I hated this idea, but they actually pulled it off. They came up with another plan to rob the political fundraiser that's going to happen at Truth nightclub. And I'm like, oh, this is stupid. Why are they going to do this? Something stupid's going to happen. But what I thought was going to happen didn't happen. So they have this whole plan. We'll rob all these rich folks, and then we'll have the money. At this fundraiser, we'll rob all these rich folks. Then we'll have the money to rescue Tariq. So now, we get to the fundraiser. We see Dre looking all nervous and carrying on. I thought he was going to mess up the robbery. That's what I thought was going to happen, because he's looking and he sees people. He sees his enemies that was looking for him. They spot him. He spots them. Tommy's crew, and he kind of makes a run for it. Like, hold on, something. I got to get out of here. That was a smart move by Dre. He slipped out of there quick because he knows. Let me get on out of here, because I think, what's that dude's name? Is it 2-Bit? He saw me. I got to go. So they're all dressed up, all the rich, fancy folks, for this fundraiser for Tate. And here comes the crew, which we know this has been set up by Tommy and Ghost to rob the place, rob these rich folks. So they rob them. But there's something going on here. Tate keeps looking at one of the masked guys, and he's like, I know him. And now they rob everybody, they leave, but this one dude in his mask, when keeping it real goes too wrong, he done got a battery in his back, he's feeling himself, he decides to stay. and he's talking all this crap. And Ghost even says to him, "Listen, your crew left. Just go. You won't make it out of here alive. Whatever." He attacks Ghost. He's bugging out. He's bugging out. Ghost hands a gun to Tate, who we found out in tonight's episode. Who we find out in tonight's episode that Tate is a former police officer. So Tate has the gun, and he draws the gun on the masked guy, and he says, "Drop it, Alfonso, whatever the boy's name was." And he's like, because he knows him. And so Alfonso tries to draw his weapon, and boom, Tate blows him away. Now I'm like, I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought it was just going to be. I thought it's going to be something different. So now this makes Tate a hero, because he has saved the day. Now he's like a local hero. The people who donate their money, of course, is insured. The club is insured. Everything lands on his feet. That young lady that was working with him, she's looking like something is not right with this. Tate's now a hero, so I think this is going to help him in the election. And now Ghost has the money to rescue Tariq. Oh, before I get to that, we're going to get to that scene. There's a scene where the cops are looking around. They want to speak to Tariq, and they keep asking Ghost, and they ask Tasha. They somehow convince Vincent to let Tariq free for a little bit so that they can meet the police officers in the diner, and he can give his side of the story of what happened in the penthouse. Let me tell you, that little boy is the devil. That little liar, he's good. Because he lied to them cops, and he laid it on thick for those cops. When they asked him, why would you go through the back door? He gave them some lame story about why he went through the back door of the penthouse, because he got tired of running into this racist white man that lives in the building that don't believe that black people should be in the building. So he went through the back door, and he left the back door open, and he usually went to get some hot chocolate. I'm like, this little boy is a slick one. He's the devil. I said, that's a sneaky little, sly little devil. So his mother, she says to him, "I know you were lying. What's really going on?" And somehow she touched him, and he flinched, and she lifted his shirt up, and she saw that he had bruises from them oranges when Vincent got in that ass. So he tells her, "Listen, Mom, he's going to kill Ghost. He's going to kill Dad, Tommy. He's going to kill everybody and me." So Tasha lets them know that. So Tommy grabs one of Vincent's men as collateral, and they thinking that's going to be some type of insurance. Now, they go to exchange the money, and Vincent is ready to kill. He says, "I'm going to kill all of y'all." So I'm like, how are they going to get through this standoff? Here comes Benny, Proctor's cousin. And Proctor's cousin clearly must be on a higher level of mobster or whatever. He comes, and Vincent's looking a little shook, like, okay, what you got to do with this? And Benny tells him, he says, "Listen, that young man brought my little cousin to me safe and sound, after her father was killed. You got a problem with him, you got a problem with me." And this is only because Ghost had went to Benny and told Benny he needed his help. And he also told Benny that he knew who killed Proctor. And he told him it was some, when Proctor lied to Ghost, everybody's a liar around here. When Proctor lied to Ghost and told Ghost that he was running from I forgot the guy's name, some guy that he was going to testify against. So Ghost has told Benny that is the guy who has killed Proctor, when we know it was actually Tommy. So now we're all safe now, because Benny has saved the day and has told them that they cannot mess with who? Tariq. So Tariq is set free. What's name has his money. Vincent has his money, so he's good. So now I saw that dynamic. I said, oh, he don't want to mess with Benny. I guess Benny is up there in the ranks in this whole, this street stuff, because Vincent fell back on that. But now it's back to business as usual, as we see Ghost go his way, and Tommy go his way. Tommy was like, he told Tariq, stay out of trouble, kid. But like, now it's like business as usual. Now I'm gonna be at him just like I was before. You're safe. Now I'm gonna be at him again, like I was before. It's like wow, what an episode. What an episode. And then when Ghost gets home or back to Tasha's house and takes Tariq there, he says to Tasha, I think he says Tommy killed Proctor, and you know what? Our son helped him. Our son helped him. Hey, come on, that leaving the back door stuff open, he never goes through the back door. And they're like, yeah, they're on to it. It's like, our son is down with that. Now, what y'all gonna do about this kid is what I want to know. What are they gonna do about this little boy? Because he's out of control and he is slick. Tariq is slick. So what are y'all gonna do about him is what I want to know. What are y'all gonna do about this kid? Because he's got a lot up his sleeve. It's crazy. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. We got to wait till next week to see what's going to happen. I've been hearing rumors about this show being spin off. They said there's going to be a spin-off from this, and which character. Some people say it's going to be Tariq's character as he takes over as a drug lord or whatever. I don't want that. You know what I would like to see? I'm thinking they should do a spin-off with Councilman Tate and do a show not about the drug deals, but a show about corrupt politicians. Because tonight we saw what? We learned that Tate is a cop or was a former cop, and we're getting a little bit more about him. And he's got some little dirt under him, behind him, little secrets and stuff. So I think an interesting spinoff would be his character and his politics and him dealing with the politicians and that type of corruption. That would be a good spinoff. I would like to see that. So let's see. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Tell me if there's anything I missed that you think I should have mentioned. Just mention it below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and you have a blessed one. I'm out.